Hi YouTube, I'm back for my second video. I'm not going to be on camera this time because I don't think you need to see my ugly mug for this. I just wanted to show off my grimoire, which is pretty much the most prized possession that I have right now. There's a good bit of natural light coming in. It's late afternoon where I am, and I thought that I'd capitalize that and make this video. So this is a journal, leather bound journal that I had ordered from this beautiful shop on Etsy. I'm going to put a link down below. It's called Codice, Codice. It's based in Spain, and the owner slash the craftsman slash the artist is somebody who is a professional bookbinder. So what she does is she will basically make a leather bound journal for you, and she'll bind them the way medieval codexes, or is that codices? What's the plural of codex? So she'll bind it the way that a medieval codex would have been bound. If you can see, this is where she's bound it, and she'll also have these beautiful engravings on the leather. She has stock journals as well, where where they look similar, identical pieces, identical journals, if you will. And she'll also take custom orders. This was in fact a custom order because I wanted something little bigger than the A4 ones that she had, and I also had a couple of ideas for the designs that I wanted. So she did accept a custom order from me, and it cost me a fortune. I had to save up for 4 whole months before I could afford this, but it was so totally worth it. I mean, look at these designs. You have them on the back as well. See, I think I these are my favorite ones. I had given her these ideas because there were a couple of images that I had seen online that I really liked, and I emailed her with them saying that, okay, will you be able to do this? And she said, sure, I can. And the result was this. So you have a little knob here with along with this cord. You basically use this to tie the cover shut, and if you open this, that's the front cover. She can engrave either a word or an entire message out here. I was pretty sure what I wanted to use this for, so I went ahead and had her engrave this. I did feel a little pretentious at first calling it my grimoire, but what can you do? That's life. So, one word about my organization when it comes to my notebook or when it comes to my journal is that I have none, so to speak, because I don't know why, but I just love the idea of having to flip through the entire book if I'm looking for a particular piece of information. I'm weird like that. I don't If it's a journal like this, I don't like the idea of an index. I I have no idea why that is, but that's just the way I am. I love the idea of having to look and flip and troll through an entire book before you get to the information you need. Anyway, so this is my first page where I don't know if anybody watching this will be able to read Devanagari. It's Sanskrit. These are a couple of hymns to my gods that I have here. This is an excerpt from the Havamal. It is a piece of Norse Viking poetry, which talks about. It's basically narrated by Odin, the father god, the Odin, the All Father, and talks about different things. The Havamal is at once a poem about Norse magic. It talks about different runic charms that Odin knew. It also gives you lessons about common sense. It gives you lessons about etiquette, what to do, what not to do when you're visiting or when you're giving gifts, and so on and so forth. It is a lot of things. It is philosophy. Um, it is an account of Norse culture. It is an account of Norse magic. It's a lot of things rolled into one. So this is an excerpt that I really liked. It's from the end, I believe, of the Havamal. So that, and I have a couple of pages. These are, again, this is an excerpt from the Havamal. Again, this is about Odin's rune charms, 18 of them that he knew and he taught to humans. Of course, this is a translation. I've noted this here. This is from the W.H. Auden and P.B. Taylor translation. You have several different translations available online. Pick the one that you like. This is a page on common spices. Basically, especially if you're an Indian, these are spices that you would hang on a bit. I'm sorry if my hand is moving too much, if it's too shaky, but I'm basically holding on to the tripod with my hand because I don't really have a place where I can fix this and have it shoot from the right angle. So yeah, these are some common spices that any Indian would have in their kitchen and that you can also use as ritual spell work, as part of kitchen witchcraft, if you will. Okay, I don't have anything more here. I do have another, well, I wouldn't really call it a section, but informally, I've been writing about my experiences over there. Wait, let me see if I can find this. That's strange. I think I'm gonna pause you. I'm now back. So yeah, this is another section. I'm basically taking group pages from the back side where I write about my impressions, where I write about things that I've felt, and basically insights that I've come to, epiphanies that I've had, things of that sort. So basically, this is more like a diary section as opposed to a information reference section. So that is basically the only bit of organization I have for my book right now, because I that's just the way I am. So anyway, that was a mini tour of my grimoire, and I'd love to hear about yours. I think, as you can see, this is not a very illuminated book, as in I don't have a lot of illustrations or a lot of embellishments going on, but that's probably because I'm terrible with arts and crafts, and I'd probably mess the page up beyond recognition if I tried. So I'm going to it's going to be just my writing in there, with maybe I'll cut pictures out someday and paste them, but I wouldn't have much in the way of calligraphy or illustrations or designs drawn on the pages, because those are things that I just can't do, and I might learn them, but they would take a lot of time, time which I think I'd better spend actually writing the information down. So yeah, that's my grimoire. It a lot of people have very organized grimoires. Well, they'll have like 5-6 different sections. They'll have a separate section for spells, one for gods and goddesses, one for symbols, one for herbalism, one for crystals, and all of that. And if that works for you, go for it. But if you're going to do that, if you're somebody who needs a lot of organization in their journals or in their writing, then I would suggest don't get something like this, because what happens is, I've tried organizing books like this. What happens is you run out of sections, or it turns out that you took in extra pages. You took in a lot of pages for a section that's turning out to be really small, and you took in very few pages for a section that's growing and mutating. So that happens. So in that case, instead of getting a book like this, I would suggest you get something like a double binder. You do have that, or you can get something like a leather cover. I do have a couple of places. I've seen a couple of places where they do sell things of that sort, where you have just a leather cover, and instead of the pages sewn in over here, what they do is they have clamps where you can just put in loose pages. I think for somebody super organized, that would be a better option. So let me know what your grimoire looks like. Bye.